name is Jillian Wilkins. I'm from Orlando, Florida, and I have a vaccine injury from the meningitis vaccine. I have chronic asthma and a chronic cough ever since I had it when I was 19 years old. So,
I'm sorry. My name is Debbie Badamo, and I am Jillian's massage therapist. And I shared a story of my son who was injured from a vaccine many years ago. And so Jillian has studied up on this, and she has a child who hasn't been vaccinated the regular way.
I love that. That's how it should be. And look at him.
He just
all over the place. That's
just
how it
turned
should
2,
be.
yes.
So let's go back to you. So
Yes.
I take it before you had your meningitis. What age did you have the meningitis shot?
When I was just before I turned 19 years old,
Before that, were you fully vaccinated?
I was fully vaccinated up to that point, but I didn't have any vaccine. Mom, I don't even know. That's my mom there. I was a competitive swimmer on the international level. So when I was going into college, I had a full scholarship, and in order for me to actually attend college, they told me I had to have the meningitis vaccine, which I got. And then my first year of college, I was chronically ill the entire time. I was on antibiotics every 2 or 3 weeks, and they kept telling me I had sinus infections. I went to, what else did I do? I went to doctors, and they told me that they didn't know why I was sick. Excuse me. No, sit down, please. Sit down. Thank you. I went to allergists, and I had up and down the arms and all down the back, and to figure out what I was allergic to, and I was allergic to nothing. They didn't know why. They said I had allergies to the area because I moved from Florida to another area of the country, and they said I was allergic to literally the trees.
And how did that affect your swimming? Because as an international swimmer, how did it affect?
My first year, I was extremely sick. I didn't do as well as I had wanted to. I still was NCAAs, but I didn't truly, until I came home for an entire summer and I got healthy, I was able to get onto asthma medication, which I'm still on today. And until that point, I wasn't able to actually perform in college.
Well, so you could have been, you could have swum for America if you hadn't had that.
I could have, yes.
So congratulations, CDC, you just lost yourself
Yes.
possible potential Olympic swimmer.
Yes.
Wow.
But,
Okay.
and then Debbie is a friend of ours, and I had trouble getting pregnant. I think because of now doing my research when I was going into him, once I had him, I had the, I can't even think of it right now.
A vaccine?
A vaccine. Which one did I have right
While
out
you
of
were
college?
pregnant?
I did. They forced me to
Gardasil.
get the Gardasil. I had Gardasil, and I think the Gardasil was the reason that it took me 4 years to conceive him, and it was only because of her and
You're
her natural
lucky
healing
that you
hands.
could even have conceived from
I
the
know.
HPV,
I know.
from the people that we speak to.
I know.
Did you have all 3 of the shots?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, people, please listen up here. Meningitis, then the Gardasil. They're not good vaccines. I'm annoyed about your swimming career. That really annoys me. Because I'll tell you why. Because we're hearing of so many top athletes. We heard of a father who was playing rugby for America, and he lucked out because he took the flu vaccine and got really sick. So it's not okay. This. All right, let's hear that. So you persuaded, apart from her own vaccine injury, you persuaded her to really be careful before she had her own child.
I just shared my story as a mother who knew after my son's vaccination, I knew after he was stiff all night and cried all night, screamed all night, I knew that something happened. And we went through years of occupational therapy, a tick that he developed, learning disabilities, attention deficit disorder, hyperactivity disorder, not sleeping, all those years and all that work. And what I decided to do is, I wasn't against any of the medication. I still didn't correlate the two together. But after going to a neurologist and determining that there was a facial tic, and going to get meeting with the psychiatrist to get medication, That was what they suggested I do. I looked at the medications. He was 7 years old, and I said, the side effects, it didn't set right with me. So that started me on a path of learning about the body and about herbs, because my degree from college was in sociology. That wasn't my journey in life at the time. But I knew that I couldn't give that medication to him at that age. And so we went through years and years of occupational therapy, physical therapy, the Lyman method. We did we did amazing things, and during that time found out how to heal the body naturally. And it's all the years of time and effort and struggle, and watching him grow into an amazing adult today. He has a normal life today. But the years of worry and struggle, I think I share that story so much because I don't want other mothers to go through that, because it takes a toll on everyone, financially. I know at one point the people that I was working with, they would say, I'm going to send people to talk to you so that they could see the progress that you've made with your son. And people would call me, and they didn't have the money, they didn't have the time, they didn't have the resources that I had to do the things for my son. It would just break my heart every time that I would talk to some of them, knowing that they didn't have the resources to do the things that I could do for my son. And so it's just my passion today with working with mothers, just to give them the information, not to try to talk them into anything.
Thank you for what you're doing.
Yeah. She just told me to research. It's the only thing she told me to do was research, and she gave me doctors and names and books, and I 100% threw myself into it his first year of life. And I was kicked out of a pediatrician's office because I didn't want to vaccinate him at his 2-month appointment, and they asked me not to come back. And so I drove to Fort Lauderdale for the 6 months until I was able to find a pediatrician in my area that was accepting of me.
Right, now you two, both of you, need to sign the bus.
Okay.
You both
Sounds
get a
good.
number each.
And I just want to say too, I didn't feel like it was my job to persuade anyone. I just wanted to share my story with the people that I come in contact with. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. And that's the way we're going to really come to a full understanding of all the different choices that are out there, so that we can take care of our children.
That's exactly it. I mean, you're very kind and good. I just tell people don't do it. It's too much pain and injury. Just don't, is all I say. All right, okay, let's go and do this. You ready to go out in the rain, sign your names?
Yeah.
Ready?